You might have seen some of these updates on some of the corporate calls. I want to break them down into a little bit more strategy, a little bit more detail, so that everybody has the tools, the information, the systems to be able to move forward. I feel like when people aren't certain of what our next moves are, or how do I do this, this, and this, then people just do nothing, right? And so we end up freezing and procrastinating, and nothing really happens. And so once it's clear, okay, this is how I move forward, this is how I go and get more influencer pros, this is how I go and get vendors, then people start to take action again. So I like what the company have done in regards to, expectations and a bit of a system moving forward. So if you haven't seen this yet, I'll run through it, but also go through in a little bit more detail and what it means for you. So we're open in 195 countries around the world. We're open globally. We're open everywhere. I like this methodology because I can go to a leader in another country, whether that's an influencer, whether that's a network marketer, and I can get them really excited about joining Shoply. I think previous to these phases being rolled out, people, in the Philippines would say, right, let's go. I'm really excited. And then we launch and it's like, hey, where's my product? Where's my matrix income? I paid for an influencer pro. What are we doing? And it's like, hey, you got to get your own products. It's a localized market, but the expectations weren't really met. And so what I can do now is I can go to somebody another country and I can say, okay, look, we're a phase one market. Let's get you to phase two, phase three, phase four, phase five. And so they've got a system, they've got an approach, they've got expectations, they know exactly what to go and do. And the way that this would work is if you could find a really good leader in each one of these markets, this would get them very excited. I know that if someone came to me and said, hey, look, we're just launching this around the world. We're looking for an Australian leader that can go and get product, bring it to the marketplace. We're going to pay you to do that. Can go build a team. We're going to pay you really well to do that. I know that I would love to own that region, or have that with one or two other leaders. And so it's exciting to be able to go and recruit other leaders in other markets. So we've got phase one, two, three, four, and five. Australia and Canada are sort of, phase one to phase three right now. They've got us in phase two. No one really is in phase three, although Australia will be there any day now. And then we can pretty much go to phase four pretty quickly. America's already in phase four. So if you're in the US, you can build this thing like a monster right now. That's ready to go. Phase five, yeah, that's a certain amount of vendor products. So let's have a bit of a look at them. Phase one, this is when I would go to a leader in a country and say, hey, I've got this thing called Shoply. It's going to be absolutely huge. We're just rolling it out right now. We don't really officially launch until April next year, but I'm looking for leaders in Indonesia. I'm looking for leaders in the Philippines. I'm looking for leaders in Vietnam. This is what we're required to do. So you look like you've got a track record in network marketing. I found you on businessforhome.org. I could see you've been a previous top earner. So we're looking for a leader like you. Do you think that you could go and invite, because we have a free invite system. I can provide you with this free invite system. You just put their name, email address in, phone number. They go and agree to it, and they go into the free invite system. They get themselves time-stamped in a matrix income. And then I might explain a little bit about what the matrix income means, what the community bonus is. And they're like, yeah, I can go and enroll 50 people tomorrow. And that 50 people will turn into 3,000 people, right? So you sort of want a leader that's capable of enrolling 30, 40, 50, 100 people, that then they may have two or three really good leaders. And so that market then turns into, a minimum of 750 of those free, guest accounts that they can invite. You want to say to them, hey, now we just need to find one really, really good product. So does anyone in your team, does anyone of your connections, friends, entrepreneurial network have a product that you think would be really good that you could get behind? And a lot of network marketing leaders will either have an attachment to a product or someone that does, or they're at least be passionate about a certain type of niche that they've made big money in before. They might even want to go out and manufacture and be the vendor. And so it's about getting behind one viable anchor vendor that they love the product. It will sell really well locally. It's well priced, etc., etc. They'll be able to purchase Influencer Pro packs if they want to. So when it says there with disclaimer, hey, you can upgrade to an Influencer Pro at any stage you like. Just understand that we haven't got any product yet. There's no 100 PV requirements. You're not going to earn any money in the marketplace yet. So they can spend that money to upgrade if they want. Of course, they've got a good upline that's enrolling lots and lots of people, and they upgrade to Influencer Pro in Mexico or in Vietnam. They're going to actually start earning Matrix income if they upgrade to Influencer Pro. Or they might want to save their money, the $800 until they're just about ready to launch. But Influencer Pro and Influencer Packs and affiliates will be available in each country, because you could be in Vietnam, but build a team in the US, build a team in Australia. So why limit that person? So that's a phase one market. We have a leader ready to go. They're excited about Shoply. They're going to invite a bunch of people, and we're going to find a product to get behind and go and market that. Phase two market. So we have an anchor vendor approved, okay, and the first product store goes up live. So this is pretty much where, Australia is at, Canada is at, Europe's at, really. Our first store is just about to go live. I'm really excited actually about some of the products that we have here locally. Upgrades begin. So people go from the free accounts, they start upgrading to Influencer and Influencer Pro. The local team starts getting behind that product. There's no PV or customer requirements. So it's just the 30 PV or the 40 PV to be an influencer or Influencer Pro, because there's only one product, right? So there's still no PV requirements. So it's actually a really affordable way to get started in each country, but you can earn all the money that you need to earn. So that's a phase two market. The local leadership's obviously working in with mostly Ron and Nick to get their second product and third product and 10th product. So that's a phase two market. Phase three market is 5 vendors. So that 5 vendors could be 20 products. So now we have 5 companies up on there. They're all approved. Their stores are live. The PVQ requirements kick in. So in Australia, in Canada, in Europe, this will take place really, really quickly. We'll sort of go from phase one to phase three, in a week type of thing. And then, you just roll out each country acquiring. So depending on your rank, depends on how much PVQ requirements. That's based on your personal orders or your customer orders, right? Then the leadership are working with 5 more vendors. Okay, so we're getting from 5, we're going through to 10 at phase 4 market. 10 vendors have got probably dozens and dozens of product. The customer requirements are kicking in. So if you have a look at the compensation plan at each rank, you need a certain amount of qualifying volume, and then you need a certain amount of customers that have come through your business. So with 20 products, 50 products, 100 products, we should now be able to go and get 5 customers, 10 customers, and so forth. So the customer requirements will kick in, and everything is there to be able to earn as much money as you want in a network marketing opportunity. Phase 5 is 20 plus vendors, and we'll get there pretty quickly as well. The vendor sales funnel is turned on. The vendor certificate program for Influencer Pros is turned on, and we start to work through those markets. So that's the different phases. And I love to be able to just go to big leaders and say everything that we already say about Shoply, using the videos, using the funnels, but setting the expectations for them of like, you can own Vietnam. You've got a track record in network marketing. I can see you've got 100,000 followers on Facebook. Let's go and find a product that's going to sell really well in Vietnam, and you're going to own that country. And then let's keep rolling out your network all around the world. Let's get your vendors up and going. Let's get 5, let's get 10, let's get 20. So we set a real roadmap in each different country, but it's going to take a leader to do that. So it's going to be hard to sort of, it's not like we have some weight loss drops that shipped all around the world and you go and recruit someone in Vietnam and say, do you want my weight loss drops? Because most of the products in the US just aren't going to ship there. So it's going to be hard to enroll customers. It's going to be hard to enroll low-level leaders that are like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to get a product on. I could probably enroll my mum and my dad. That's not going to open up that market. But that's no different to how network marketing has always been. If a company launches in the US, they launch in Canada. They're always launching countries where there's going to be leadership anyway. So it's the same sort of thing. I think it's an advantage because now we don't have to wait for that product in America to get TGA approval, to get India approval, Vietnam approval, FDA approval, right? It's just go get a local product, which is already approved, and let's go and market that product. So there's some advantages to this type of system as well. So some of the questions that I've sort of been getting, at the moment is, in particular, okay, do the vendors need to be influencer pros? Do they need to be warm market vendors? Like I just confused on that one. And that's fair enough because that's changed so many different times. So to answer that question, this is how I'm operating. Is I think whether you're in the US, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in an emerging market, right now the key is going to be really quality products. And we're always looking for those quality products anyway, but I think they have to be next level quality at the moment. Because if you're launching like one product in a new market, like in Vietnam, and it's an okay product, then that market's just not going to take off. So we really want to be focusing on X factor products, not good products. They need to be better than good products if we're going to open new markets. Because like what Nick said, he was sort of saying, you got your first 10 products in Australia, let's go get some sales. And I sort of said to him, what about if no one gets behind these products? What if none of them sell? What if they're not that good? And he's like, well, you've got to go and get vendors that you want to get behind and sell. And so probably in the beginning, I was a little bit, let's just get everything up on board if you want to bring it into the marketplace. Like it's always going to have one or two people that want to get behind the product because we're always going to have 3 or 4 X Factor products anyway, and everything else will mix in. Now, I wouldn't even worry about those okay products or those good products. They'll still come into the marketplace at some stage, but right now we need those incredible X Factor, next level, great products. They can be high-end products or they can be low-end products. It doesn't really matter too much. It's really good to have a mixture, I feel, because if we really want to start telling the stories and attracting those affiliate type of builders, then we got to have some high-end product where we can show you, hey, this person who's done lots of different influences came on, they were marketing the massage chairs. Mark's giving away $600 every time someone sells a massage chair. This lady here just sold 10 this weekend, just made $6,000. What a great story. That's really what Shoply is all about. Whereas if their products are $100 products and, the influencer comes along and they're making $13 a sale, the story's not so good. But at the same time, you're not going to sell an auto ship of a massage chair every month. So you want that combination of some quality high-end stuff and that monthly auto ship, nutritional product that everybody loves. And I'll talk a little bit about the breakdown of that, if you're talking to vendors in a second as well. So we want X Factor products. In terms of the vendor, just go and get them. So I'm not waiting around. I'm hitting up every X Factor product, whether I see it on Instagram, whether I see it on Facebook, whether I know them personally, whether at the shopping center, I'm hitting them up. And then I'm taking them to Nick and I'm saying, we just got to approve this guy because this product is really that good. And so when they come on as a vendor, they have to have some kind of credit card in the system. And that's why they did the Influencer Pro, because it's a warm market vendor. They understand it, they get it, they're double dipping, and then they're going to be the vendor as well. To answer the question on that vendor, a lot of them, particularly if they're warm market, they're just going to get it and they're probably going to want to be an Influencer Pro so they can refer themselves or so they can double dip on their income so that they understand the different income streams. But if they don't want to be, they don't have to be. Probably what we're going to be doing is something like, if it's just an absolutely incredible product, the vendor is super keen, work with your upline to say, hey, what do you reckon of this product? Do you reckon it's suitable for our market right now? Go to your upline diamond, get on a Zoom and show the product and say, look, this vendor is super keen. They understand it. This product is absolutely amazing. If your upline diamond are all excited by it, all agree that it's an amazing product, then we take it to Nick or we take it to Ron, really trying to sell it to them, convince them that this is an incredible product. And then they go, yep, I agree. This product is going to be amazing. It'll really sell. If you guys want to get behind it, we're going to take it to Rod and make it go live. So that's kind of the system from there. Now, when the vendor is ready to go, they're going to have to put a card in the system at some point. So they're going to be either going, okay, I'll just do the Influencer Pro because I get it. Or if they just got no interest in that, we might just upload them for like $1, right? So the vendor, in terms of the $1,000 and the $1,500, that won't kick in until the market's a bit more mature. So that might be, phase 5 market where those vendor price licenses come back into play. So right now, there's pros and cons with that. The cons are we're not getting paid on vendor licenses, so we're not getting 20% of the 1,500. The pros are that it's very, very affordable for vendors to come in, where they can come in at Influencer Pro, get a free vendor license. They can come in and maybe pay $1 and just get in the market and get into that vendor. So they're the sort of vendors that we're looking for. How do we showcase Shoply to them? I mean, we're going to have specific presentations for vendors, specific videos for vendors. We don't really have them yet. So we showcase Shoply the same way we've been doing. So how did we get the first initial vendors on? So it's going to come down to me and you working together and talking to them and telling them everything that Shoply has to offer. Why would you get onto Shoply? What are the benefits? It's just another marketing strategy, right? You're going to be on Shopify, you're on Amazon, you're doing Google ads, you're just going to be on Shoply as well. It just makes sense. And so you talk to them about all the benefits, and you talk about the influencers and the new model and social commerce and all those types of things. The videos that we have, which are really aimed mostly at, attracting an influencer pro, I share them with vendors as well, because the vendor has to actually get the concept. So if they get what Shoply is, then they're more tempted, I guess, or they're more aligned to wanting to put their product and their business onto Shoply, because they understand what we're going to do as influencers, as network marketers, as affiliates. So those videos and all those promos, presentations still work for a vendor. So that's how I'm showcasing to vendors. I'm getting them to understand the concept. I'm getting to understand the potential. And then we have a specific, vendor conversation with them. So that's what you guys would do. Share the videos, share the tools, share the presentations, get me on a Zoom with them. We take them to Nick and we just take them through the process there. I had someone say to me the other day, yeah, I just don't get it. Like, there's no real customers on Shoply. I'll just wait a while until the customers come on, and then I might come on. That's not what Shoply is, at least not yet anyway. Maybe never, but I feel as this gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it will organically become a brand name, a household name where people can go to shop. Right now, it's a software, it's a platform. And so the customers are the whole world. So this is a place where Nicolette comes, Zach comes, Jen comes, Aaron comes, and we find a product that we love. I take it onto my Facebook and I do a Facebook Live on it. Maybe I've ordered some, I've purchased some, maybe I'm just showcasing a picture of it online. And so the customers are the 20,000 followers on my Facebook. There's a lot of customers. Now, if Jen's got 20,000, there's 40,000. Then Lewis has got 100,000, there's 140,000. So the customers are the whole world. The customers are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. We're all the people that have accounts on those social media platforms, right? And so when you say that to a vendor, the penny drops and they're like, I get it now. I can literally have 10 people on Shoply to get behind my product, and that can get showcased to 1 million people on social media, and they're just clicking the link to buy it. And all Shoply's really doing is processing the transaction. I'm like, that is right. Yeah, they're a platform, they're software. And we are the marketers for you. Okay, great. Let's talk about this. Let's get behind this. So the customers are the whole world. The customers aren't on Shoply, right? They're not on Amazon. Shoply may turn into an Amazon at some point, but the customers are the whole world. So once you sort of word it like that to them, they really start to get it. Does the potential vendor need to be Influencer Pro first? We covered that one. When will the website be in local currency? Don't know, but probably over the next 12, 24 months, depending on the markets, you'll start to see product prices in AUD, in Canada dollars and so forth. So a little bit like Amazon started. I actually still remember just ordering products on Amazon, .com, US dollars, shipping it from the US. I still do that sometimes. It took a long, long time. It wasn't that many years ago that Amazon, had a .com.au and turned it into AU dollars and then launched all right through the world. So we'll do the same. At the moment, it's all US dollars. But yeah, that will happen in local currency as we mature and get built. What should the vendors be to the field? I'll talk about that one last. How do we launch our vendors? So what we're doing with our vendors at the moment, and we've probably got a dozen super close to going live. And so what we're saying to these vendors is, help us out. We'll get behind you. We'll run a Zoom. So go and email your current database of customers and clients that already buy your product, already love your product. Let's invite them to a Zoom. And, you will craft up an email, get them a bit excited. Hey, thanks for buying our product in the past. Thank you for referring our product to friends and family. We've got something really, really exciting we're about to offer on November the 30th. We're actually going to pay you guys as our affiliate program rolls out to keep on referring our products. You're not going to believe what we have on offer. So you email that out to the current database. We'll get them on the Zoom. We obviously promote it throughout our team. We get on a Zoom on a date. We're asking the vendors to just help us out with images and flyers and ingredients and videos and, just get a Google Drive together. And this is what you want to be saying to your vendors, get a Google Drive together, maybe get a Telegram group going or a Facebook group or WhatsApp group going so that people can come in and grab these resources and say, look, if we launch you guys, and what I've just done this weekend is I've spoken to some of the other teams in Australia and US and Canada that aren't in my upline or downline. And I've just said to them, look, let's all get behind a product launch together. So whether it's someone in your team that bought it, whether it's someone in someone else's team, let's get all people in Australia, all people in Canada on the Zoom launch, because we want to really get the vendors excited. Because if the vendors aren't excited by it, nothing's going to work. And so I'd rather have 100 people on a product launch than 10. And so getting all the teams together, getting behind that product, then, Chris comes in and goes, this is an incredible cleaning product. It's organic. I love it. I need something like this. He can go into the Telegram group or he can go into the Google Drive. He can grab out the pictures of that product. He can grab out the ingredients of that product. He can grab the video of that product. Now he can go live on his Facebook and say, guys, you got to have this cleaning product. It's absolutely amazing. So we're saying to the vendors, make it easy for us to promote your product. We don't want to have to search around, try and find your website, try and screenshot pictures and then, promote you. Help us out and give us a bit of a Google Drive or a Telegram chat with all of your images and all your promotional materials, dot points, why it's so good, the science behind it, etc., prices, and then we can go launch. And so then we get together on a big Zoom and, the owner of that product, the science formula, whatever comes on, they do their pitch, we'll get behind it, go onto our socials and so forth. So that's sort of how we want to launch our vendors. In terms of the dollars, that they take a little while to get their heads around this. But the way that I'm wording it to the vendors is you guys have got to know your margins. And so the vendor has to know, this is how much my product costs to make. This is what I think I can sell it for. Here's my profit. And that might not be every single product. Like if their margins are 10%, well, they probably shouldn't be in business, but it's not really going to work on Shoply because they have to give more than that out. And so they need to know what their margin is. They need to know what they're willing to give out to the field. So that's step number one. So let's say, for example, they have a $200 product. It costs them $10 to make. So now they've got $190 profit. 15% of that's going to go to Shoply. Okay, so we work that out. Okay, what have you got left? Okay, what do you want to take home? This is how much you can give out to the marketplace. And so in the back office, it's called, I think it's, I can't remember what they call it. But it's basically the amount that they're willing to pay out to the full or is it commissionable sales force? So in the back office for a vendor, it's CSF. So if they see that and you're working with one of your vendors in the back office and they're like, what is this CSF? That's commissionable sales force. And so that's the amount, the total amount that they're willing to pay out to me and you, to the influencers, to the affiliates and so forth. So let's say, for example, they're happy to pay out $50. Total, that's all I'm willing to do is $50 because I need to take the rest home for profit. Now, out of that 50, it needs to be a minimum of 80%, 20% direct bonus and to the network marketing field. So, for example, let's say it's a high price. Well, let's use the high price massage chair, for example. Like my mate that's coming on with his massage chairs is selling them for $6,000. I don't know what it costs him to make them, but let's just say his profit margins are pretty decent. I know that he's talking around about $600, maybe a little bit more that he's going to give out to the marketplace. So out of that 600, he has to work out, do I put the majority of that into the compensation plan, or do I give the majority of that to the affiliates? And I think it would be really silly for him to give the majority to the network marketers because it's not something a network marketer is going to get behind because they're on auto ship every month. Yep, let me put that $6,000 massage chair on order every month. It's not that sort of product. So to be really smart for him to take his money, say he's got $600 that he wants to give out. If I do 80% of that, that's going to be $480 to the affiliate. So every time someone comes along and goes live on Facebook, they get $480. The remainder of that goes into, so the $120 would go into the compensation plan. And the way that that works, it's $120 as a figure. We double that to get the CV. So if I sold a massage chair, 240 CV would go through the comp plan, which it's fine. I mean, it's a high level CV. But really what we're looking at doing is we want to be making our $480 by marketing that product. Whereas if you've got a $200 product and you're willing to give out to the marketplace like $40, then you have to work out, where does my $40 go? And if I'm looking at 80% of $40, okay, that's going to be $32, which means it's 64 CV. So if I give 80% of that to the network marketers, 64 CV, yeah, that's exciting for me to have every single month that product with 100 people purchasing, 1,000 people purchasing, 10,000 people purchasing, 64 PV. I'm going to make some good money as a network marketer on that. Whereas if you gave $32 to the affiliate, yeah, that's not bad, but it's not something that's going to overly excite them. But now you're giving like 8, so 16 CV to the network marketer. And it's not really an affiliate product, so it's a network marketing product, but you're giving them 16 CV. I'm not even going to bother with that one, because I need my team to order like 5 of them every month just to qualify for the month and to make any sort of decent money in the comp plan. So it's not something you need to understand fully, but it is something you want to get your head around. So when you're going through the stage of, I found a vendor, they're really interested, they're really keen, Aaron really thinks this is a great product, Chris thinks this is a great product, hey, we took it to Nick, he thinks it's a great product, they're going to take it to Rod, we're going to go live. Okay, they're putting all their images up, they're working out their prices. Now we get to the conversation, this is how much money I'm willing to give out to the field. The vendor's really not going to have a clue. Do I do 50-50 to the affiliates and the networkers? Do I do 80-20? And they're going to lean on you for advice on that. So as long as you've sort of got your head around, you know what, your product is really built for affiliates, you should put more into the affiliate direct bonus. Your product's really lower price point, but it's going to be something that people want every single month. You should put more money into the compensation plan. If it's like a $300-$400 product, so it's sort of mid-range, then you might do 50-50. You might make it really attractive to the affiliates and give them, $100 every time they sell, and have 200 CV coming through the comp plan. So it's attractive to networkers and it's attractive to affiliates as well. It's just something you're going to want to, as leaders and influencers, understand it to some degree. You don't have to understand the whole formula, but this is how I'm sitting down and working out with my vendors. If they've got 12 CV on it, like, hey, Aaron, does that get you excited to go and market your product? I'm like, no, it really doesn't, because there's no money in me being an affiliate for you, but there's no money in me being a network marketer for you either. To be quite honest, there's a similar product over here that has 80 CV on it. I can qualify every single month by just ordering it, and I'm going to make a ton of money because all my team are going to get, but we're going to go and promote that product. And so, yeah, it really is important for the vendors to lean on you to get that right. So there's some of the FAQs that I'm getting. I hope that helps you. You might have been asking. I think the biggest one was really just, do we go and get vendors right now or don't we? Do they need to be influencer pros or don't they? And which I think that's been the biggest question and hold up. But what I'm saying to you guys is, let's just go and get them. Let's go and get them, bring them in the system. If it's a quality product, they can sign up for $1, get them in, and away we go. So Australia, Canada, Europe. I saw the first product went live in Europe on the weekend. So congratulations, Europe. They've got it's a nutritional product of some sort. I know Canada is very, very close. And I know Australia has, we just did some Zooms over the last couple of days. Some really cool organic cleaning products, gets rid of mold. A huge breakthrough actually in terms of what this cleaning product can do. Heaps of nutrition and wellness. Actually, one of the vendors we spoke with had some absolutely incredible branding and just amazing wellness products that you can order, and they look really, really great. The massage chairs, Jeff's coming on, part of our team. He's got a digital course, AI for network marketers, so it's specific to network marketers. I think that one's going to be really great. Life FX, which is live water. So you put these droplets in your water and it just purifies. And so you can put them in your pool, in your water tank, in your water bottle, and just in your cup of water, bath. It's actually a really cool product. We've got fashion, organic skincare, high-end jewelry, and lots of other different niches. And so all of these vendors I've spoken to, they all look really great. There's more than this coming through. This is just ones that I know of. And so just there, that's 20 or 30 products right there, that are all in the last stages of going live, probably within the next 7 to 14 days. So that's very exciting. So Will, that's what I'm saying is you can kind of put us at a phase one because we haven't really got a product live in Australia, but really we're probably a phase three. And if you look at how many products are here, won't be far off of phase four. So by the end of this year, I'd like to see us in, where America is right now. So that's very exciting. So guys, let's build. There's no reason to not build right now. There's no reason, not to get excited by that matrix income, getting in influencer pros, vendors. The quality vendors, the better. One thing I wanted to show you with the building side of things. Let me bring this up for you guys. So, and I think this is another little bit of a blockage for people is like, how do I still invite? Am I using the old invite system? Am I using the new invite system? So I want to make sure you guys understand what we have. If you go to, and I'm teaching people now just to go to shoply.com, right? So if you just go to shoply.com, I'll show you how to get there. So you go to Shoply. So shoply.com, it just has that website. You click on enter website. And then what I've been doing is just going to my dashboard. So up here, if I hover over my name, click on dashboard, and then I can get into my back office this way here through my back office. Now, if I want to invite someone to have a look at what Shoply is, so I'm wanting to bring on Influencer Pros, I'm using this enrollment link because it is a gun funnel. It is a high converting funnel. It's really, really professional. It'll work really, really well for you. So copy this link to invite potential affiliates or influencers. So I'm clicking on this link here. And if someone was to click on that link, because I've messaged it to them, this is what it would look like here. So that's unique to me, 3qnket.shoply.com. Influencer journey, bang. The vendor journey funnel is coming soon. So this one will be live soon, particularly as the markets get more and more mature. So they would click on influencer journey. It brings them up to the very first video to explain what Shoply is. They play it, ready to enroll, need more info. So if they click on, I need a little bit more information, it just takes them to the next video. And it keeps on going, takes them through to a presentation. It's a really good funnel, ready to enroll, and they can just go and sign up and enroll as an Influencer Pro. So that is what I would send to people that are interested in this. Once they fill this in, bang, 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 and confirm, it's a little bit like that old invite system, then they've got that position in the matrix, guys. Don't forget about that. Once they accept this from you and they fill this in, they are time-stamped into that matrix. Then what they'll see in their back office is the options to join up for free. So they can still join for free as an affiliate. So that I market that a lot. Hey, do you want a free account? Do you want a free account? Do you want a free account? Because the majority of those guys are upgrading. They can join as an affiliate. They then can pay their $9.99 30 days later to stay as an affiliate. They can upgrade as an influencer or they can upgrade to an Influencer Pro, and away we go. So that is how I'm inviting people. You can still use the old invite system that sort of looks like this. Remember this one? So you do your invite. You can do your invites from here, but I just don't, there's no real point in doing it this way. This is what people in new markets would most likely use because it's free invite system. So, Vietnam, might use this system. But really, the other one is going to convert so much higher for you, so much more professional, and they can upgrade from that one as well. And they can join for free still. This one, they're obviously joining for free, but the other one, they can still join as an affiliate for free. So you may as well get paid for referring people. So I use that one. Now, if you do want to change this link here, you can just come into this invite section here and you can change your link. So instead of me sending out my personal link at 3qnket.shoply.com partners, I can change that. So I can click on manage and I can change it to something sexy. So maybe I'll call it, like abshopley.com or partnershopley.com. Any ideas on what I should do, guys? I like partner. Let's save that one. And it'd only be available if no one else has got it, by the way. So there we go. I am now partner.shopley.com. And if I was to go and click on that one, let's see if that works. Okay, so if I go and grab that enrollment link again, copy it, send it to someone. Still got the old one in there that might take a while to kick in, but that will say partner.shopley.com. So that's how you change it, guys. If you want to find out where that is again, just go into shopley.com, click on, hover over your name, click on dashboard, and you'll see the invite system there. I'll just show you one more time so you know where to go to find that. So you go to shopley.com, enter site, hover over name, click on dashboard. If you want to get into your back office, you click on back office, but you can click on invite system here. And that's where you can go and change that link to your own personal name by clicking on manage. So I'm partner. So I hope that helps too. You can use the old invite system if you want, but I would be using that funnel now that's on your dashboard because it's very, very good. It's very exciting. It convert really well for you to look professional. Everything we have there is there for us to build, guys, particularly in the US. You can be building a massive network marketing opportunity. In Australia, it's incredible timing. Canada, Europe, everywhere around the world. It's exciting to go and get new people with the roadmap and the systems that we have. And then, I think a lot of people, though, you can talk about this till the cows come home and they just want to wait. They just want to wait until we have product in the back office. And that's fine. Yeah, that's fair enough. But, the earlier you act, the more money you make down the track as well. So as, Canada has 20 products, as Australia has 20 products, I think the everyday average person goes, okay, I can get behind this. I can build this. I can go on and make affiliate income. And, we'll start to do some examples of going live. You can be doing that now. There's no reason you couldn't pick a product that's in the US right now that you love and you showcase that on a Facebook Live, on an Instagram Live, on TikTok, because anyone that purchases it, doesn't matter where they are, you're still making your money, right? So particularly in the US, if you've got an audience, they buy it, they ship it, you get paid. So guys, any questions on that? Vendors, invites, funnels, markets, just let me know if you've got any questions and we'll spend a bit of time there. Phase one, yeah, I would still, if you're in a phase one market, like if in Australia, we're technically a phase one because we haven't got a product live, but we have that funnel activated. We have Influencer Pros, I would be using that funnel system 100%. If I'm looking to talk to leaders in Vietnam, then I would probably encourage those guys to use the free invite system because free, they build the excitement, they get thousands of people enroll. And particularly if they use the funnel system, the $9.99 is going to kick in within 30 days. And people in Vietnam probably aren't even that keen to pay $9.99 because the only way they're going to make money is going to go live and promote products in the US, which they probably don't have an audience or a contact list in. So there's probably real no point them being an affiliate just yet. They probably don't want to pay the $9.99, even though it's not much money. It's still money. So in terms of a phase one, I think, a Vietnam phase one market is different to what an Australian phase one market is right now. But it's a good question for someone like that country where there really is no leadership. Shopley hasn't had any presence. There wouldn't be one single influencer pro probably in Vietnam. I'd use the free invite system. If there seems to be like, a product's pretty close to going live, then you want to change that over to that funnel system and start to have people upgrading. If they want to upgrade, yeah, all the upgrades are now live. So prior to like last week, if people wanted to upgrade, they had to email the company and then upgrade to an Influencer Pro. Now, if someone has got a free invite system that they've accepted, or if they've just been an affiliate, they can just log in. So they can log into shopley.com or they can log into my.shopley.com or shopley.com, click on dashboard, and the upgrade buttons are right there. So we don't see them because we're already Influencer Pros, but right there on their dashboard, it says upgrade to Influencer Pro, bang, click, pay, and they're upgraded. So yeah, they can all just upgrade by logging in. Yeah, and so what I want to do, guys, yeah, I love that invite system. I love the funnel system. It's really good. And you could send that to a vendor even to give them instead of sending them like 6 different Shoply videos and a long Zoom presentation, you could just send them your funnel to a vendor and just say, look, you don't have to sign up to anything here, or I know you don't want to be an influencer pro, but go through this system and it's going to give you a really good idea of how we're going to get behind your product and why Shoply is a really good option for you. You can send that to a vendor. Yeah, I think, Jen, a document for those vendors. Yeah, I think it would be handy. I mean, yeah, I think we definitely could, or even a video, a how-to video. I'm creating a one pager for vendors right now. So on one side, it has all the benefits to being, why would you want to be a vendor on Shoply? And then on the other side, it talks a little bit more about the specifics. And so and all the dot points of the contract. And so I think one of the holdups sometimes and the hurdles that the vendor has is, I want to see a contract. I want to see what the terms and conditions are. It all sounds good, but what are the fees? Am I signing a 6-month contract, a 2-year? What's the deal here? So we now have a contract. I'll put it into the Facebook group. I think it'd be good for you guys to read over. But I'm also going to create a summary dot point of the contract. So just the main ones like 15% fee to Shoply, 2 years contract, all the important points just in a summary, because this is really how we'll start converting vendors a lot easier, a lot quicker. And yeah, we can create a document of the sort of breakdown split, an example of how they would pay the field. What industry has the best X Factor products? Look, if you look at the network marketing industry, it'd be interesting. Go onto the DSA website or go onto Business for Home and click on all the different companies. And you'll see there that, 80% of companies are selling skincare or nutrition, right? So that's what's worked for 100 years. So that's probably the niche that has the best X Factor products. So if you can find really, really high quality products in nutritional world, so it might be organic this, it might be weight loss that. Anything that's got a bit of a different story, bit of a different pitch. I think the same old story. Good products are always good products, but most people have heard the same story. So, what's a really different story? What's unique? I also like everyday average products. But where's the quality? So there's no point just having toilet paper. There's no point just having cleaning products. But what if we had a breakthrough natural organic cleaning product that actually got rid of mold forever? Okay, tell me a bit more about that one. That sounds interesting. What if we had toilet paper that finally didn't have bleach in it? So you weren't putting bleach up your butt every time. No chemicals, recyclable. So what's the story within that X Factor product? Within those niches. But wellness is always big, skincare is always big. But every niche will work. Like for example, you could have kitchen gadgets, right? Everyone loves a good kitchen gadget. I've seen some of the stuff on Instagram. You put an egg in, you go junk, junk, the eggshell is off, not one bit of eggshell left. Fantastic. I've got to have that. Things like saw a lemon squeezer the other day. So you squeeze this lemon, it gets every last bit of lemon juice out. It doesn't get any seed into your salad. Oh, got to have that. Like kitchen gadgets are cool, but you're not really going to start a network marketing company with kitchen gadgets. It's not going to be hugely, every single month I need another lemon squeezer. But on Shoply, it will work really, really well because it's just like, oh, I'll take that while I'm here. I'll take that while I'm here. I actually do need one of those. And so it can work in our marketplace. So there's so many different opportunities and options there. You just think to yourself, would I buy that? Would my friends buy that? What's the X Factor story on that? And usually if someone's running an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad, they're spending a fortune on those ads, which means the product is selling and they've got some margins in it. So those products tend to be pretty sellable. The ones you're sitting there late at night and you're scrolling and you're like, no, I'm not getting sucked in this time. And then you watch the video and you're like, I've got to have one of those. And you go and buy it. That's what will work on Shoply. What did I see the other day? Someone got me, I think it was just like a sprinkler system, but I needed a sprinkler system. Trying to think of a few other examples. I'll think of them shortly. But the ones, you're there like, I've got to have that. That'll work on Shoply. Awesome. Yeah, I think New Zealand products can always piggyback on Australia. Particularly, if it's a local New Zealand product, it's going to ship to Australia easy. If it's a local Australian product, it's going to ship to New Zealand easy. The TGA talk to each other. So I kind of look at them as pretty much one and the same, really. Yeah, definitely. All right, guys, any other questions, fire away. But everything we have here, okay, this is how I invite someone. This is way easier than it was before. This is how someone upgrades. This is how I go and get a vendor. So just go forth and find these incredible vendors, bring them to your upline. If you both think it's really, really cool, bring it to your upline diamond. If they really think it's really, really cool, and obviously, the vendor is keen and interested and they've been down the funnel and they like what they see, then we take it to Nick and then we go live. That's the system. That's the system, guys. We build it out. And like I said before, we're not just promoting this opportunity, we're building this opportunity. That's what excites the hell out of me, is you guys get to decide what products are on here. You guys get to decide the vendors that you want to work with. And then you guys also get to promote it versus the traditional way that the network marketing company says, here are the products. You don't have a choice, go and market them. And so we get to build this platform, we get to build the marketplace, and we get to promote it as well. And so obviously we know that if you were the one responsible for bringing that product in, you're getting the 3%, 3%, 3%. But also too, you're getting matching bonus on your team members for bringing it in. So you're getting a matching bonus on the 3% as well. So it's in your best interest to work with your level 1s, level 2s to help them bring on product. You bring on product. Perhaps you can even think bigger and become a vendor. Go and look for manufacturers in China. This is a good company that makes toilet paper. I'm actually going to be a vendor. I'm going to go create a digital course. You start to think bigger. The moment in time is here, but it doesn't last forever. And so, in 2 years' time, the opportunity is not the same. So you have an opportunity now to go and create a course and put it up on Shoply and make some good money. In 2 years' time, there's 200 courses on Shoply. It's just going to get buried. Not to say it won't do well, not to say your team won't get behind it, but it's different to now. You can go and be a vendor. You might call yourself CFE, chemical free everything. And that's a new company that you started up. You go find a manufacturer in China. You go get all these amazing products made with no chemicals in them. You go and be a vendor on Shoply. 3 years' time, 1 year's time, they've already got 100 different chemical free everything's on Shoply. And so, the window, and I always talk about it as that gold rush of Uber Eats. There's no point being a sales rep for Uber Eats anymore because every restaurant is already on Uber Eats, but not every vendor is on Shoply yet, but they will be. So the moment in time is here, but the door doesn't stay open forever. And so, I almost get like heart palpitations of like, I've got to go and get all these products, and we may as well. I just feel like people didn't know where vendors were at, which is probably fair enough. I think people felt like, I'm not sure where the invite system is at, which is probably fair enough, but now you do. And so we can go forth. I want to get this recording out to everybody. Make sure when this recording goes up, you tag your team in it, because I feel like a lot of the team members aren't sure on where it's at as well. And how do I take my next step forward? Well, it's all here. It's all laid out. It's all ready to go. And I want to do a big, probably call it like a pre-launch Zoom around the end of this month. So the official launch of Shoply is April next year in Miami. By the way, I know it's April next year and you guys don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but let me know if you want to come to Miami with me in April, because I'll be there for sure. Even if it's just like a pipe dream, just say yes, but let me know if you're keen. So that's what we're working towards. We're working up towards the official launch of Shoply in April at a live event in Miami, April 2025. And so, we'll have hundreds, probably, over 1,000. Well, we will have over 1,000 products by the time we launch. Europe will be a lot more mature. Australia will be mature. Asia will be kicking off. America will be pumping, and it'll be a really good event. Leading up to that, I feel like, we've been calling it beta phases. I still talk to the vendors as beta vendors for sure. But now I kind of want to move a little bit away from beta in terms of influencer pros and in terms of networkers and me and you, and start sort of calling it pre-launch. So I want to run a really, really big pre-launch Zoom coming up at the end of this month where we pre-launch Shoply. So we've beta tested it. Now we're going to pre-launch it. Now we're going to smash it out until the launch in April. That's kind of the time. So stay tuned for that invite. I'll probably try and do it like on a Saturday so we can get the US involved, Canada involved, and it's not an Australian workday. So we might do like a super Saturday pre-launch Zoom. So stay tuned for that. We really want to get everyone behind that one, get some big numbers on there, find some new leadership, And then, at the end of the year is always tough. So December, January is tough. But I've always found it a great time to continue to market because people actually will sit down and look at opportunities. They're writing down their goals for 2025. They're working out where they put their time. So every time I've put effort in deep into December, I've really set up the next year, whereas most people will take a month off and they're starting from scratch again. And we don't want to have to do that with our Shoply business. And so, I'll be putting a lot of time and effort in all the way through to December. Launching new vendors. I was saying to the vendors today, get your act together because you don't want to be launching on December 23. You might not get the numbers on your Zoom, but, we've got a good 6 weeks to be able to do that for you. You don't want to wait until next year. So let's get it done tomorrow. All right, guys, I just check any other questions. I think we're pretty good. Yay, Deb's coming in Miami. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun event. That's where Nick lives. So I know they're going to really put it on for us. I'm hoping they might even run like a bit of an incentive competition. So if you get X, Y, and Z, so December, January, February or something, you get this many points. You get a free accommodation and trip to Miami, something like that. We'll see. But maybe I'll run one just for our team. All right, guys, it was good to catch up today. I won't catch you tomorrow. I am away for a week. I'll be checking my phone. If you need me, just message me. I probably won't be able to jump on any Zooms because I'll be doing family time, but still be able to reply, get back to you guys. Week off in Hamilton Island, Airlie Beach, and but still running and looking forward to running hard towards the end of the year. Thanks for jumping on at late notice today, and we'll talk to you soon.